Hi, this is Mr. C. I apologize not being able to be with you tomorrow on our first scheduled day. I had some conflicts in scheduling. Uh, I would ask you bear with me here. The first part's going to go through a little quick um, because it's a review of what we learned the other day. If you have any questions, please ask me or email me. I'll be teaching this again tomorrow morning. I'm also going to be trying to upload these clips. So 1-1 in geometry was about points, lines, and planes. What we were supposed to learn is identify and model points, lines, and planes. The second objective is to identify intersecting lines and planes. We also have our vocabulary for this section always over on the side. And those are all the words in yellow. And those are all our definitions for the section. I highly recommend you write them down and define them. You can use context clues or the back of the book, or you could wait till we cover them in class to write the definitions in your own terms. Our first our first three undefined terms are points, lines, and planes. A point is a location in space. It has neither size nor shape. However, we need to represent it as something. So we normally just put a point like we did in algebra as a circle, but technically it could be anything. On some calculators, it's a square. And then we always use a capital letter to signify which point it is or to name the point or label the point. They will not use this point often later on in the book, but they do use it here. A line is made up of points and has no thickness or width. Just like this really doesn't exist, it's just a location in space, we have to use something to signify it. Well, same thing with a line. It's really infinitely thin. It has no thickness. How do we label it? Either with two capital letters, that's the most common way we're going to be labeling it, with the line over it. Order does not matter. You can name it QP or PQ. The other way we're going to use to label it in this class is a lowercase script letter. Since we can't write in script, we'll be using cursive. Now, a couple other things over here where they say line PQ, we won't be using that much in this class, and same thing with line QP. We won't be writing out the words. It's just a lot quicker to say line M, put the arrows above it, or put the arrows above it. Lastly, for our undefined terms, we have a plane. A plane is kind of like a sheet of paper. It goes on for both directions, in all directions, left and right, up and down, and it extends in all directions, but it's just like a sheet of paper. It doesn't have thickness. There's no thickness on it. To name a plane, the easiest way, just like with our cursive and our line, it's lowercase up here. Well, uppercase means something different. That means it's the whole plane. Notice there's no dot around it or point around it. That means that, and it's also in cursive, that means it's naming the plane. This is called plane K. Although it stops here, it does go on forever, just like their arrows signify that this line goes on forever. We name a point by using three non-collinear points. We'll go over that term in a second, but that means they're just not in a line. So since these are not in a line, we can name it D, B, C, C, B, D, C, D, B, and any variation you can come up with as long as they're not in a line. Our two words here are collinear. Collinear just means in the same line. Common mispronunciation when people are reading it is collinear. It is collinear. And then we have coplanar here, which means in the same plane. That means they're all on the same piece of paper.